And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
Thanks so much for joining us. Greatly appreciate everybody that's supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show, calling our hotline, reaching out and supporting our local area business owners that support the Consumer Quarterback Show. The local economy here is one of the biggest things that we can do to help each other. Kind of, what do they say? The rising waters rise all boats, right? Rise all ships.
High tide raises all ships.
High tide, that's right. So we got Shane Faunce, speaking of boats and yachts, Tampa Yacht Sales in the house. Shane Faunce, welcome back in, sir.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. Give us a little teaser of what we're going to talk about today.
Well, you know what? I tell you right now, the boat market's interesting. I think if we get a little bit of a move down in the interest rates, it's been steady and busy.
Yeah.
Listings are busy. People are looking to buy and sell boats. It's people are a little nervous. They want to know what's going on. But if we can get some positive interest rate moves, I think this economy will roll right on through the next 18, 24 months.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're in the best Tri-City area, the best state, best country. You know, things are happening here. The latest in tariff talk, too, 18% is our effective tariff rate. That's coming into the United States, 18%. In other words, that external revenue service that coming in. Last year it was 2%. It's 9 times better under the new Trump economy. So things are going to get better. The Federal Reserve will cut rates soon, and we're going to have a booming economy. Also, this just in from the Florida Realtor magazine. It says, court landlords have the right to repayment. The Federal Circuit upheld property owners' rights to seek compensation over the CDC eviction ban. The government may still ask the U.S. Supreme Court to review. So a major property development for those in favor of property rights, those landlords that risk their capital. They put their money out and buy properties, and they want to make a profit. They want to rent it out. They want to put tenants in there. Well, the CDC and all that kind of stuff that happened under the COVID years. We'll talk a little bit more about that story. Also, interesting story here as well. This is a feel-good story. He beached an old cruise ship and turned it into an $18 million beachfront hotel with love. So this is actually over in Indonesia, but a really cool story where he actually took an old decommissioned cruise ship and turned it into a hotel. So
that's a dream right there.
I love the entrepreneurship, right?
$18 million, not a small investment, but I hope everybody's enjoying it.
That's thinking outside the box, too.
Trip.
Is that still the 100% deduction?
The 100% deduction, hey.
Bonus depreciation.
Well, he's over in a different country, but yeah, I like the idea of risking capital. Capitalism wins. All right, a couple of hot listings. We'll jump right into it here with Shane Faunce in studio with us. We also have Andrew Kube coming up. Learn more about 100% financing for business owners, U.S. commercial and business capital, and Rodrigo Torre joining us as well from Mold Solutions. A couple of hot listings. We'll jump right into it. 118 Lakeshore Drive in beautiful Palm Harbor. This is Tarpon Springs, Lake Tarpon. It's such a fine line between Palm Harbor and Tarpon Springs right there. But this one's on the lake. It's 118 Lakeshore Drive East, Lake Tarpon in Palm Harbor. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-car garage, 1,740 square feet. You have a 1/4-acre lot, no CDD, and it's a low-fee optional HOA type setup where you have a boat ramp just around the corner. Granite countertops, beautiful 180-degree view of Lake Tarpon. You got those wide open water views there, Shane. And when you look at a boat lift like this with the 2 jet skis lift there as well, that is one of those older kind of grandfathered in. You can't really build that much dock space anymore, can you?
You probably can't get that much square footage, and it's really hard these days to find a property where they'll allow you to put the boat house, which is great for
with
protecting the boat. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's a great entertaining spot right there. I mean, have a little 21 to 25-foot boat out back. That's a boater's dream.
That's perfect right there. Yeah. 118 Lakeshore Drive East in Palm Harbor, Florida. One of our hot listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We got about 50 current listings, vacant land, residential properties, commercial properties. We would love to help you buying, selling, investing, or refinancing. 3308 Landing Place, Cobb's Landing, Palm Harbor. 3 bedrooms plus an office, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage, over 3,000 square feet. Over 1/3 of an acre lot, ground level master, private pool, outdoor entertainment area, private marina with boat slips, and a ramp out to Lake Tarpon. So you back your boat down, drop your boat in there, and take it over to Lake Tarpon, the Tarpon Turtle, for lunch. Gated tennis and basketball courts, waterfront park, playground, and scenic walking trails. Great opportunity at 3308 Landing Place, Palm Harbor, Florida. Buy real estate from the Platinum MVP team. You can see all of our listings and hit us up online, consumerqb.com or platinummvpteam.kw.com. Pools? Oh, yeah.
I just priced out one. So we built one
for swim pools
4 years ago at the old house in Apollo Beach. It's doubled.
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable.
$152,000 for a pool jacuzzi screen.
Wow. That's off the charts. Yeah, I mean, that's
it's up there.
Ours a few years ago was around $80K. Yeah, a couple years ago, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing how things are going up, man. Is it lack of contractors, lack of supplies, or just a demand? What do you think?
It's funny. People ask me the same thing as far as the boating's concerned. The cost of slips has gone up. The cost of insurance has gone up. Like, everything is more expensive. Inflation definitely took a toll on the economy, but everybody's fighting through it. I mean, if you look at all the indicators, it's still pretty strong out there.
It'll be interesting to see, and I think there's a trend towards, like, hey, we've talked about decoupling from China.
Right.
I got a clip I want to play, and then we'll kind of touch on that.
And now the story comes about with Apple,
PBD
moving their expanding their production to India. That's 60 million iPhones per year, away from China to India. What? That's a lot of phones. That's a lot of jobs. China's losing a big account of a $3-4 trillion company that's going away from them. What if people all of a sudden realize that we no longer need to go to those guys?
But I love it. I love that idea. We got to decouple from them. We got to bring in-house, the PPE, the pharmaceuticals, the chips, rare earth minerals, the chips, all that. It's an important step to take.
It really is. We need to bring back production. I mean, I understand why we went over there was cheap labor, right? But we got to build things here and build them better. And if it costs a little bit more, I think it's worth it supporting, local economy.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. That's a key. And I think it's also interesting to see, too, because after this clip was posted, I think you saw Trump levy tariffs on India as a retaliation against Russia. Yeah. So it's interesting to see. It's such a big puzzle, right?
It was 50%, wasn't it?
It was a big one, yes. Yeah. And the reason being is because they're buying Russian oil still. So the message is clear.
Yeah.
The United States is number one, and if you mess with us, we're going to hit you where it hurts. By the way, we have the number one consumer economy. Everybody wants access to our consumption.
That's right.
The
dollar's it's the gold standard.
That's right. The world's currency.
It's the world's currency. This is the largest economy. Everybody wants to be. Look at what's happened in Europe. I mean, Europe has struggled. I mean, it's like a dying economy. I mean, capital goes where it's treated best.
That's right. Yeah, and Europe is kind of, as they say, a precursor to what you see in America. And unfortunately, with they had so many illegal immigrants moving into London and all those and different places. Man, they are a mess over there. And you look at their laws, their some of the cases that they brought against people for posting memes on social media.
They came to their house and arrested them.
Yeah,
Can you imagine I've seen some of those. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
it's
Facebook posts don't.
You got to watch out for Facebook police.
Yeah, exactly. What do you say? That's because that's hateful speech. I mean, come on, give me a break, guys. Yeah. Unbelievable. Let's talk about this story. So, by the way, we're talking with Shane Faunce here, Tampa Yacht Sales. He's online at tampayachtsales.com. Is that right?
Sir,
tampayachtsales.com. And he's got some yachts. I don't know if he has a yacht this big, but this is a story.
I don't have one that big. We closed that 82 recently. Just listed a couple of a 40, a 36, a 28. I mean, we keep them moving just like your business. People want to buy and sell. We help them through the process, make it easy.
I love it. So so this was the story we talked about where he bought an old cruise ship. This is a gentleman over in Bintan, Indonesia. So the MV Dolos Fos was the world's oldest surviving passenger ship. It was transformed into a 5-star hotel in Bintan, Indonesia. Originally launched in 1914, the vessel carried goods, troops, and passengers for nearly a century before being retired and saved from scrapping. Singapore entrepreneur Eric Saul spent 15 years and $18 million restoring the ship, preserving its historic details while updating it for modern comfort. Now called Servant of Light, the hotel donates all profits to charity, and Saul with Saul himself making just $1 a year in salary. So kind of an interesting story.
That is fantastic.
There's the image if you're looking at our YouTube channel. By the way, please subscribe to the channel. We're putting out a lot of great content, a lot of quick short pops too, where people like those on Instagram and YouTube. But yeah, pretty cool story, right?
That is awesome. Did
Risking
you say 15
capital.
years that he worked at restoring it? Is that what you
Unbelievable.
said?
Yeah, 18 million in 15 years. I mean, that's a long
Gosh,
project.
That's like dedication. I mean, that's.
Focus.
I mean,
Yeah.
can't imagine buying a piece of property 15 years to get it up and running.
Yeah.
It's a lot of capital.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. So Shane, yeah, tell us a little bit more about what you're seeing in the, in the boat and yacht sales. What in that market, do you have the ups and downs, of course, like we do in real estate?
We 100% do. I mean, it's funny. I'm dealing with a real estate agent right now on a boat that I'm selling for one of my repeat clients, and it's used boats, right? Just like used houses. It's the roof, it's the toilet. With the boat, there's always something.
Yep.
And our job as a broker is make sure that buyer and seller don't blow themselves out of the deal,
Yes.
right? Doing whatever we can. Sometimes we have to help out financially, or we got to go the extra mile to get somebody out there to make them feel comfortable with the decision they're making. But
Yeah.
it's the reason why people hire a professional in any job is to make sure that it's done correctly, and it takes the worry and stress off of their plate.
Right.
That's what we get paid for.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of it is, the contracts, making sure the contracts are there, we're legal. Did we disclose everything? Those are some of the key, decisions that and ideas of support from this place of a real estate agent or a yacht broker. You've got to, educate the clients in the process.
You really do, and it starts early because I'm sure you see it in the housing side too. Insurance has gotten more, whether it's flood or homeowners. You really need to understand the full picture of what they're getting into so that they can make the best decision and not get in over their skis.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's so important to have that happen. And when you think about, Tampa Bay, what a great market, right? I mean, Tampa Bay was surrounded by water. St. Petersburg, one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest on the West Coast for yachting, isn't it? St. Pete.
St. Pete and Tampa are definitely one of the biggest.
Yep.
Fort Lauderdale is the yachting capital of the world.
Huge.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been down there by boat. You drive by these houses, and it's just mega mansion after mega mansion. And a lot of times there's not a boat behind there. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I see the same thing out here in Tampa Bay. You drive by all these houses. You bought a house on the water. You don't have a boat.
Just for the view, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or maybe they're out cruising.
It could. It's funny. I remember I was doing a survey over in Fort Lauderdale one time, and you drive by this boat, and it's covered with green algae, and it's like, it's just sitting in their backyard. They
Yeah.
haven't seen it in forever. So
Yeah.
some people buy stuff the dream was alive, and then they let it die.
Oh, yeah. See that happen a lot.
Yeah.
Right? You see that happen so much. Interesting story I wanted to touch on here while we still have some time in this segment here. But this is where, the landlords have the right to repayment. It's straight out of the Florida Realtor magazine. But in a major development for property rights advocates, a new court ruling reaffirms that landlords have the right to pursue compensation claims for losses suffered during the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention eviction moratorium. On June 6th, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal District denied the federal government's petition for a rehearing in Darby versus United States, a case claiming that the CDC's eviction moratorium was unconstitutional under the Fifth Amendment. The decision marks a significant victory for property owners by upholding the Darby ruling. The court maintains that the legal framework that protects housing providers against uncompensated government's takings.
Yeah.
So kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, they're essentially reaching into the hand of the
Kinda like
landlord.
eminent domain. They say, hey, it's ours now. They
Yeah.
didn't let them rent it out.
Yeah,
Didn't let them charge.
similar to the beaches.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on over there in Pinellas in the beaches where the government, as far as I understand, is they're saying, hey, we need an easement if you want us to come in here and to re-nourish the beaches.
Right.
But property owners are saying, no, you don't need an easement. I don't know. What's the similarity? I can kind of see a counter argument there where, for example, when you have these alleys in different cities, they have to have access to service the utility poles.
Correct.
You do like electricity, don't you?
It's something you want to have if you're going to sell a piece of property these days.
Yeah. So I don't quite understand that argument. Maybe someone can send me an email through consumerqb.com. Just let me know kind of where that's going. But yeah, I get it. Anytime government wants to take something, but to me an easement is different. It's more of an opportunity
It's a service easement. Yeah.
to service it. Yeah, I mean, because the beach replenishment was has to happen.
I guess at some point, like I said, I'm not a legal expert, but if an easement was placed on the property and it's permanent, Is it going to encumber it in some way? Is it going to decrease the value? I don't know.
Right,
Maybe that's. I haven't read that argument yet, but
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I think that's what it is. They just saying, look, we don't want it. So, anyways, good stuff. Hey, more with Shane Faunce coming up. Quick break and more right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Tampa Yacht Sales in the house, tampayachtsales.com. Check out Shane. All his inventory there on his website as well. He's got some awesome boats. He can help you buy or sell when it comes to the yachting space, boating and yachting space. Coming up, Andrew Kube as well, Rodrigo Torres on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at Brandon Rimes 1 at CQB Show and online at consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894. consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com. Looking to level up your sales game? With 20 plus years of coaching experience spanning across several industries, Lindsay Rimes helps everyone from entry-level reps to seasoned business owners boost sales, improve work-life balance, and retain top talent with customized options catered to personal, group, or corporate settings. Brandon and Lindsay Rimes offer training on negotiation strategy, business development, and more. Let's grow your business together. Call 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Submit an email at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Quick shout out to our friend Lee over at Lee's Royal Services. He does a great job cleaning our real estate properties. Lee'sRoyalServices.com for all of your home and office cleaning. Lee'sRoyalServices.com. 5274 Miller Bayou Road. This one's in Port Richey. Vacant land. Build your dream home on a waterfront lot here. Bring your boat. You got a 1/4-acre lot here in Martha's Vineyard subdivision of Port Richey. Great opportunity. You got access to the Gulf, and you are close to Olsner Park, Port Richey Waterfront Park, less than 10 minutes to downtown Newport Richey. 1210 Paradise Lake Drive. This one's in Tarpon Springs. 1210 Paradise Lake Drive. That is a great opportunity here in Tarpon Springs. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2-car garage, 2274 square feet. And you have a beautiful pool in the back, screened-in area, lighter color kitchen cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, fireplace in the living room there. Check out 1210 Paradise Lake Drive, Tarpon Springs. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
What's the bridge clearance on that bridge that's going out?
Oh, that's a small one. Yeah,
It is.
it's a low clearance. Yeah, you're
Like
going to
6
have
feet
one of
maybe.
those little flats boat,
Yeah.
kind of a lay down. What do you call it? Where do you lay the helm down or whatever?
Yeah, you can have a fold-down helm.
Fold
Some of
down.
them they do.
Yep.
They hinge them. Just depends. Like there's a couple of those in Davis Island too.
Yeah.
You have them.
That's a good point because that's
Yeah.
you gotta have that. When you're buying your lot.
It's a skiff or it's it's kayaking, but it's still living on the water.
You're out
Nothing
there.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that'll be fun. Get out there and do some fishing. And when you think about the economy right now, yacht sales. What else comes to mind? Financing available. People can finance these.
The financing is a challenge for people,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll be honest, it seems like insurance and storage, the cost of insurance has gone up, and then if you don't, like I recently had a deal I was working, and he called his old insurance guy that he had a boat down in the Virgin Islands, and they quoted $9,000 on a $170,000 boat. Now, he got some other quotes, and it was more reasonable, $3,300 or $3,900. That's what it should have been for a $170,000 boat, but that goes back to hire a professional, someone that's giving you good advice, because sometimes people just throw out a quote. Like I've had it happen with contractors. They come out, do some painting. Oh, it's going to be $15,000. The other guys were $5,000.
Oh yeah.
How is that? Did he just not want the job?
You got to shop it. Yeah, or they're so busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're booked out months and months.
So it makes sense to get a couple quotes, make sure you're getting the right coverage. But I think with boating right now is like with houses, keep the boat in great shape. If you're looking to sell the boat, have it in good shape, standing tall, detailed, serviced up to date. Things will go much smoother. When you're trying to cobble down the road and say, hey, I'm out of this, it puts us in a bad position as a broker. And we want people to have a good experience when they're buying.
Yeah, it looks like a distress sale. If you had to just deferred maintenance, you're not going to be getting your best dollar.
I say no to a lot of listings. I'm sure you have to as well. If you can't get it to
right.
You know what it takes to get a deal done and
Right.
have the customer have a good experience.
Yeah.
If it's not there, it's not there.
Yeah, and if anybody out there has a nice, let's call it a 20-something foot ski boat, and they want to have a place to keep it, we'll keep it at my house. It'll be like it's both of ours.
There you go.
I'll
That's
cut
a
a deal
deal.
with you. I'll cut a deal with you. We'll make that deal here on the air.
That's the friends and family.
Yeah, family rate. Shane Faunce here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rimes. He is TampaYachtSales.com. You can find him online, TampaYachtSales.com. One of the things I'm looking forward to is, my 3.5-year-old aging a little bit, getting out on the water. I mean, I think that's what, when you think about Florida and boating and, the lifestyle that we're afforded here, I think there's nothing better than a dad being able to teach his kid to fish or getting them out there on the boats, pulling them behind on the tubes there, things like that.
There's nothing like it. When we lived on the water over in Apollo Beach, I mean, just being able to walk out back and do, wet a couple of lines, pulling a sheep's head or a little mango snapper. I mean, the smile on a kid's face. I mean, enjoy it. That 3.5, like my son just turned 12, my daughter's 14. It just goes so quick, man.
Yeah.
Build those memories, build those fun times, teach them how to do those things. That's
right.
a great experience.
Yeah, that's right. And depending on their behavior, when they're behind you on the boat and they're on that tube, that's when you might be able to go a little faster, a little slower. Right?
Dad always gets a little reckless when he's got the boys out back, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
That's
yeah.
right.
Depending on, take a little aggression out,
Absolutely.
Yeah. See, you want to hang on like a bull rider, Wild bull out there. All right. Shane, where you want people to connect with you online, TampaYachtSales.com?
TampaYachtSales.com. Give us a call, drop us an email. We're always here to help. Boating questions. We definitely make time to make it a fun experience for people.
Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, Shane Faunce, TampaYachtSales.com. You can call the hotline, too. We'll put you in touch. Coming up, Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital. Did you know you can get up to, the government set aside up to $5 million for business owners. You can get 100% financing on a lot of these loans as well. We're going to talk with Andrew Kube coming up. He's a wealth of information for all things related to commercial and business capital coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rimes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Do I need to keep the guest mic off?
You're listening
This
to
segment.
the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
We really appreciate you spending some time with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, and we have Andrew Kube coming up next, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital. We're going to talk about some of the really unique programs I think a lot of people don't understand. They don't really know are available to them. So we'll jump into that. 100% financing for business owners, and the government set aside up to, I believe it's around $5 million for every business in America, and Andrew can help you access that. So we'll talk with him here in just a moment. Before we do, a couple of hot listings. 10431 Southeast 127th Lane, Bellevue, Florida. Great opportunity to buy real estate. We just did a price improvement here as well over in Bellevue, Florida. You got 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,680 square feet. Move-in ready. You got a double-wide mobile home here on land. You got some land out there. You can bring your all your different ATVs, your go-karts, your pets, and have fun out there. No HOA, no leasing restrictions, close to shopping, dining, entertainment, and quality health care as well. Ocala International Airport is only 30 minutes away. Check out 10431 Southeast 127th Lane, Bellevue, Florida. Compliments of Jamie on our team. She works really hard for her clients out there. 1900 59th Avenue North, number 108. This one's in Pinellas County, St. Petersburg. Great opportunity to buy real estate here. We did a price improvement on it as well. It's 1900 59th Avenue North, unit number 108, St. Petersburg. We've got a small unit here. It's 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 620 square feet. You have ground level condo with lake views and the amenities in a 55-plus community. Check out 1900 59th Avenue North, unit number 108. Lighter color interior, beautiful crown molding there. Great opportunity. Community pool as well. And you can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, Andrew Kube back on the show, Consumer Quarterback Show. Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, Brandon, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, man. Tell me what you're seeing out there. How are people talking about the economy? Are you getting a bunch of deals done? What's happening out there?
Yeah, so the economy is really not affecting us in regards to what we've been doing here for the last couple of years. We hope the Fed's going to drop the rate in September to make their loans better for our business owners. And but what we're helping business owners do, as you mentioned earlier, is get to the $5 million that the government has set aside for people that are looking to start businesses, buy businesses, grow their existing business, and franchise. And so what we do is we help business owners all over the country do one of those four things. And there's a great program out there for business owners. If you're a business owner out there and you're leasing your space for your business instead of owning that space, there's a program that allows you to potentially purchase commercial real estate for no money down and to walk away with cash to help your business grow, equipment, vehicles, pay off high interest rate business debt, and rehab the property that you're buying if need be.
Yeah, there's some great opportunities out there, man. It really is. And I just think, a lot of times people don't realize the opportunities that are there and how they can access them. What's a scenario? What's a situation to look for, Andrew, as a kind of a precursor to how you can get involved and help with USCBcapital.com?
Well, and if you're a business owner out there, if you have a friend that's a business owner or somebody that wants to start a business or buy a business, we have relationships with about 40 to 50 different SBA lenders all over the country. So what we do is not only find somebody interested in your project, but we help you get the cheapest money. And what I mean by that is lowest down payments, lowest interest rate, lowest cost, and the best terms for the loan.
Yeah.
And so we work with somewhere around 20 to 30 business owners every month from all over the country that are looking to do one of those things.
Yeah, I love it, man. Great opportunities there. And when you finance also, and I think with the federal funds rate, it's interesting to see because the economy is in great condition, great shape. GDP's looking good. I believe that the Fed's going to be reducing rates soon. And I think it might be a good time also for some refinances. Do you think you might see an uptick in refinance activity if those rates drop maybe a quarter to half a point?
Absolutely. I mean, if you've been in business for years and you have a current SBA loan, maybe it's time to refinance that loan and go conventional, and or to come back and get some more money, pay the loan that you have off, and refinance to a lower interest rate. So yeah, those opportunities will come as the Fed reduces the rate.
Yeah, I got a clip I want to play here too, and I would get your feedback on it. This is a clip of Victor Davis Hanson talking about home ownership versus renting.
Victor Davis Hanson.
It makes people dependent on a landlord, so they don't know when they're going to be there. And if the window breaks, they don't feel like they're going to fix it. They're not going to paint the interior. It doesn't require any self-discipline or reliance or independence. You own your home; nobody can take it away from you, and you can say, "I want to fix it up, improve it, and I want to pass it on to my children." And then that creates a larger idea that you fix things and you take care of them and you're a custodian. But when you're a renter mentality, it's like somebody will take care of it. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't really worry about taxes. I don't worry about interest rates. I don't worry about anything. All I do is get mad at my landlord because he increases the risk.
Yeah, so you see that. I mean, I think when you have that mindset, and it's mostly residential, but it could be in the commercial space as well. You're just not caring for the property as much. You're just not going to have that the appreciation, the legacy. It's kind of the tragedy of commons, and especially a lot of the forefathers they kind of warned against the big cities. When you have people kind of living in a box, stacked up on top of each other, what you have is a tragedy of the commons in a sense, because you're missing that home ownership pride. In another sense, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, home ownership, obviously, they say the biggest investment anybody will ever make will be in their home. Obviously, it's smarter to pay yourself than to pay someone else. And yes, it's true. Being an ex-landlord, I understand that, nobody's going to keep the property in good a shape as you will if you own the property. That's for sure. But, the misconception for business owners is that they can't buy commercial real estate for their business. They have to put down 20 to 30%. You've always heard that commercial property, you have to put down more money than you would on residential property, and in a lot of cases that's not so.
Right.
So 80% of all business owners shut down their business when they retire. We work 30, 40, sometimes that many years in our businesses, and what's the end game? Is the end game to shut the business down like 80% of the other businesses, or do you want to sell your business one day or leave a legacy for your family? And by owning that commercial real estate for your business and being able to scale and buy more and more and more, as long as you operate 51% of that property for your business, you can rent out 49% or less. So that just gives you another stream of income coming in that you don't already have.
Absolutely, man. It's it's a leverage. It's an asset that you can leverage too. I mean, in a sense where things at some point you have homeowners that are going to be, hopefully in Florida, we're going to be eliminating property taxes. We're going to be increasing the amount of money that you can pay down on your mortgage, so you could pay that mortgage off faster, and then you'd own the home, and then you'd own the land essentially, and not paying the tax. In other words, where the counties in a lot of cases, they're finding a lot of potential for waste, fraud, and abuse in the state of Florida. Florida Doge is going into different areas in the state and saying, hey, let's open up the books, let's take a look and see, because property taxes have gotten out of whack. Hillsborough County, by the way, 57% increase in property taxes since 2019. Okay, that's a short period of time to go up almost 60% in property taxes. So I've really been beating that drum, and my hat's off to County Commissioner Joshua Wostol here in Hillsborough County. He's really kind of leading that charge, and Florida Doge coming in. But as property owners, as citizens, we have natural rights. Those natural rights, one of being the right to property ownership. And I think the ruling class essentially is trying to make it harder. That's where you see BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, a lot of these big hedge fund firms coming in, buying up inventory, buying up single-family homes, competing with the veterans, competing with those first-time buyers. And that's something that really frustrates me, Andrew, when I see those types of disparaging situations where you have these large corporations almost operating as a huge advantage because they have so much cash to throw around. it's a big deal there. But final thoughts back to you, Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital. He's online at uscbcapital.com, uscbcapital.com. Final thoughts, Andrew.
Yeah, so if you're a business center out there looking to grow your business, you need money to grow your business. You don't have to buy real estate to still qualify for SBA. You can lease, get money for build out, get money for equipment, get money for working capital. And so that would be one thing that we really focus on. But we also work with real estate investors. So if you're a real estate investor out there, you're looking to grow your portfolio, please call Brandon. He can help you on the commercial side, finding you the right property, and I can help you on the financing side. We have relationships outside of SBA with about 40 to 50 vice presidents of banks where they're the vice president of their commercial loan department in Florida. So we have a lot of resources to help you find the best deal for your situation.
Yeah, we'd love to help you. Reach out to the show hotline, 813-917-1894. Just call or text that show hotline. It's an off-air number, 813-917-1894. And you can submit an email at consumerqb.com. The form comes directly to me. So reach out, buying, selling, investing, refinancing, commercial, vacant land, residential. We'd love to talk to you, 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. Andrew Kube, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you calling in.
Thanks, Brandon.
My pleasure.
All right, thanks again. All
right, coming up next, we've got Rodrigo Torre, Mold Solutions. We're going to talk about what he's seeing out there in the marketplace, and we have a special guest as well in studio. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
All right, Rodrigo Torres joining us from Mold Solutions here in studio, moldsolutions.com. And a couple of hot listings. We'll jump right into some of these consumer advocate tips, things to do, things to avoid, what to look out for out there. We got a property here at 14420 Bailey Hill Road in Brooksville, Florida. Great opportunity to buy land here. We've got 3 acres of agriculturally zoned property. This is unimproved land surrounded by trees, other residential homes, and ranch-style properties. Quick access to major roadways as well, access to Tampa, Crystal River, or jump on Highway 50 and head over to the Villages and Orlando. Great opportunity. You're close to Cortez Boulevard there as well. 5-minute drive to public boat ramps leading out to the Gulf of America. And you also have a 40-minute hop flight over to Tampa International Airport. Great opportunity at 14420 Bailey Hill Road, Brooksville, Florida. Sal Taylor Road in Seffner. Great opportunity here again. Buy some dirt, build 2.4 acres. This is allowed for up to 6 units per acre. You have RDC 6 zoning, residential duplex conventional, high and dry per the owner. Easy access to I-4 and I-75. Great opportunity. You can see all of our listings. Platinum MVP team.kw.com.
Buy dirt, find one you can't live without.
All right, Rodrigo, welcome back in, sir.
Good to be back.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in. What's new? How's Aspen doing out there?
Aspen's been very busy. We get multiple calls a week for her. So she went to, I think, 6 houses this week.
Aspen, the mold sniffing dog or the mold detection dog.
Right, Belgian Malinois, German Shepherd, very unique dog that came in from Poland. We imported her from Poland.
Oh, yeah.
She went to Kansas City, trained in Ironheart Dog, high-performance dog training center. They do bomb dogs. They do drug dogs. They do everything.
That's cool, man.
Mold dogs. There's even bed bug dogs.
Wow.
And they'll sniff.
Put them in a
certain
hotel.
Scent. You just train them on the scent.
Yeah.
So Aspen trained on the black mold, which is Stachybotrys, Chaetomium, these different toxic Aspergillus penicillium, So she could sniff it out. She's great.
Wow, that's amazing. And have you seen has it kind of leveled off from the last couple of years of hurricane activity and rising water events? Has it leveled off a little bit?
A little bit, yeah, for sure. You always have, some houses that didn't take full care of those issues, but for the most part, we're dealing with new issues. So this week we had a lady who, the body will tell you if there's something off, right? It'll tell you with the symptoms. It'll tell you that they're rejecting the air quality. They're reacting to the air quality. And sometimes you just scratch your head because there's nothing visible. And you go, what's happening? How come every time I go home there's a reaction?
Yes.
So she had a tester go out there, and this is why I love Aspen, right? Because Aspen helped the tester. She sniffed out the whole house. She indicated 2 spots, and the tester confirmed those 2 spots. And like so precise, right where there was growth, Aspen laid down, and we pulled that wall out. We did a remediation job there, and sure enough, it was caked with mold behind the wall. You couldn't see it.
Wow.
But she had trouble sleeping. She had fatigue. She had brain fog. She had coughing, sniffing. You know, the reaction.
What caused the mold? Was it a slab foundation, or was it some kind of internal water leak through the walls?
Yeah, good question. I mean, crazy enough, it was an active leak that was coming in through the windowsill, underneath the window. Right?
Oh,
so
man.
it was just kind of seeping in through the external seal was broken.
You know, that we had a inspection on our home relating to something else going on where the engineer that was walking around, he said, I said, what causes that? He says, that's, over time. So I went in my garage, took out some old school white caulking, and I caulked my windows myself. I just did it because, hey, it doesn't hurt to have an extra layer of caulk where those windows are going to come in. Hey, bud. Aspen's over here.
Aspen's saying hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aspen, the mold detection dog, along with Rodrigo Torres, moldsolutions.com, right here in studio with us and in Tampa Bay, helping you, find out, in the homes or in your commercial properties, what's wrong. Sometimes it's behind the walls. Now, do you also do the duct cleaning?
Yeah, so we have a company that does that, founded by the same person who's all about indoor air quality, Brandon Faust.
Yep.
It's called Real Duct Cleaning.
That's right.
That is a company that will, because you need an HVAC license for that.
Okay.
They do a fantastic job. They put the whole house under negative air through the air system, and then they go through. It depends what kind of duct system you have, how they treat it.
Yep.
But they will go as far as coating your whole ducts with an anti-mold paint. Right.
Nice.
Once they've cleaned it out of debris of molds, then they'll coat it so that it doesn't grow back. They'll clean your blower wheel, your coils, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And you'll have a very fresh home, really good air quality.
Yeah, that's super important to find out. If you have something like that in your home, that's going to be, something you want to know about. I want to play a quick clip here too, just to kind of capitalize on the economy right now and talk a little bit about, the national economy, local economy. But this was an interesting clip that we pulled down from CNN.
The most influential this century, and probably as well dating back a good portion of the last century as well. Love it, like it, lump it. Trump is remaking in the United States of America. Let's talk about tariffs first, right? There's all this talk that Donald Trump always chickens out when it comes to tariffs. No tacos for Trump. The effective tariff rate, get this, it's 18%, the highest since the FDR administration in the 1930s, up from, get this, just 2% last year. From just 2% last year, we're talking about an effective tariff rate level, get this, 9 times as high this year than last year.
So in other words, the external revenue service is working. It's kicking in. We're getting money from other countries, and we're not getting walked on like a floor mat from the previous administration. And it continues with the immigration numbers next.
But it's not just on tariffs, which of course Donald Trump ran on, in which you're seeing a tremendously influential presidency. What about immigration? Of course, Trump ran and has always run on a very hawkish immigration platform. Get this, 2025 net migration in the United States down at least 60% from last year. In fact, we may be heading for the first time in at least 50 years in which we have net negative migration into the United States.
That's right. We're kicking out the illegals. They shouldn't be here in the first place, and they're doing crazy U-turns in the middle of roads, killing people. That happened in Florida on the turnpike. Did you see that video, Dave, where the guy made the turn? So we're getting these people out. We're not letting the new ones in. So the economy's looking good. I think the Federal Reserve is about to make an improvement on the rates. The economy's looking good locally and nationally, Rodrigo.
Yeah, that's very important for all those homeowners out there, everyone really, but I love to hear that progress we're making.
Yes.
And it's so vital to put those standards in so that people can achieve their goals within the United States. Obviously, I think that's great.
Yeah, and the home ownership. I mean, that's another point too. Is that all these illegals? A lot of them are taking up homes that Americans could be living in.
That's right.
We had record numbers, multi-millions. It's estimated between 10 and 20 million. Who knows how many they came in? How many gotaways? But that's also more competition for renters, more competition for homeowners, and people that maybe they're illegally buying. Just like this guy that drove the semi-truck made the illegal turn. He illegally had the CDL license. Yeah. He couldn't even read the signs. He didn't know how to read the stop signs or the street signs.
Yeah, and look, I'm Hispanic and I did it right. I got my you get what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
You just follow the process.
Yep, that's right.
And you'll get I'm a resident now. I'm like a permanent resident.
Good.
So you just got to do the steps. You're good, right? But if
and
you
you're
do that illegal stuff, then
you got gainful employment. You're contributing to the economy. You have a great company where you're helping people detect the mold in their homes. Mold Solutions, Rodrigo Torres. He'll bring Aspen over to visit, the mold detection dog, and moldsolutions.com. You can find them online, moldsolutions.com. Longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show, going all the way back to previous ownership, and they have a duct cleaning sister company as well. Rodrigo, thanks for coming in, man. You want people to connect with you on the website?
Yeah, www.moldsolutions.com. You could also reach us at 726-4767.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, reach out to the show. We'll put you in touch as well. ConsumerQB.com. You can submit the email form. Our website has the phone numbers there to this talk show. And hey, another great show. We had Shane Faunce, Tampa Yacht Sales, Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital, and Rodrigo Torres, Mold Solutions, on this show. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And thank you so much for supporting our program. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.